Are you a new rider? Approach the bike, what do you do first? Assuming it's not running or whatever. Grab the front brake. Sometimes you can even make sure that it's at its lowest point in the stand, so the most angle, so it won't, if you're afraid it might tip. So it's turned all the way to the left. Left foot forward, right hand, grab that brake, then swing your leg over. This is a low seat height bike, so you don't have to swing your leg like crazy. I'm just standing here. You would not know that this is 500 pounds. I don't know if I mentioned, but it's got 50-ish horsepower. And that torque, the torque figure, just... it gets you moving. Alright, Fortnite, let's counter sit. 4-finger clutch. See how tight? This is a scooter. And if you've seen my scooter video, being able to flick just adds to the experience. This guy gonna indicate, nice. So, not too many complaints about this bike. My biggest beef would be me specifically. I am 5'9", 150 pounds after a meal, as I like to say, and I spent an hour on this bike, which was too much because I don't have back issues, but something about the ergonomics needs to be fine-tuned for me. So, one way to get around that is different seats, these foot pegs. I mean, honestly, you can put your heel up here if you want to have your knees, like naturally, this bike wants my knees to be at about a 45-degree angle. But you can buy floorboards. I don't see how you would be able to actually physically move the peg forward or back. But maybe floorboards would make that a little more user-friendly for shorter people. I don't know if it would be too much for taller people. These are some... you can handle some decent bumps on here. I think it has more to do with the tire circumference, the 17-inch wheel. With some tires on there, hopefully you can absorb some of the rough roads. This has a mono rear shock, and it seems to be working fine. I believe it's adjustable. I haven't really gotten into that much, but I would say if you can get one, try it out maybe first. Make sure your body agrees with the ergonomics. But yeah, it's got potential. Well, that's this bike. Thank you for watching. Next time, I'll go over that air box, get into the air box, and change out that air filter. In the past, I've seen that K&N or a similar high performance style air filter is going to open up some noise from the air box, so you get to hear it breathe a little bit. I like that. The last bike I did that on was a 2008 Honda. It was the ST1300. The big old V4 1.3 liter engine. That thing was a hoot. That bike I would not recommend for beginners. Just because I believe, if I remember correctly, that was closer to 700 pounds. And even though the center of gravity was nice and low, similar to this bike, not quite as much, it still could be a little bit of a handful. You need to be a master of the rear brake, which is one way to become a master of the rear brake is on a bike like this.